Revelio. Revelio.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
Revelio. What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough beast flesh for everyone.
One foot in front of the next and quiet.
So hurrah, me lads in Rookwood times is glad. It's like, ha!
Going to regret.
Levioso! Would you like me to put you down? Someone messing about? You'll feel that, Levioso!
Protego!
Levioso! Light go out of your eyes. What have you done? Tiger!
Crucial.
Expelliarmus!
Ricky little cave flapper!
Bombarda!
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near all with.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding when the time will pay.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count. Crucial.
What have you...
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend. My crucial. Rather unwise coming back this way. I see you.
Crucial.
Nice try! Explain it outside!
Enjoy suffering, do you?
You dive.
You won't get away with that.
Crucial.
You won't escape again!
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Bombarda. Confringo.
Aim for
Expelliarmus.
the ring at the front of her restraint.
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
way!
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio.
I don't know why you don't just get a snitch from inside.
Aloha, Mora.
I swear it wasn't what you think, my cherub. Your eyes deceived you.
Deborso!
I've always said that travel...
But don't be shy, for I can't wait to watch you try. Can't catch me.
So this is the underground harbour. Revelio. That book Professor Weasley asked me to find.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of... None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start your...
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll... Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named... Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The Allihotzi draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes... The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrections. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Snitch.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the Quaffle. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, then true or false, Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to... Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty, and I won't be giving you any more easy...
I'm sorry.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
I'd better keep an eye on Hyde.
It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments...
As I suspected they would. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunity. Of course, the guide isn't the only I've heard that you can brew an impressive egg. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have.
Thank you, Professor.
Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to until then, well done.
our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Folks still talk about you taking down that. Village Circle. You certainly made an impression.
I'll fix him.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving... He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating.
Yes, it was. Terrible. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too. As I intend, a venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. But no one would suspect a student.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask. Remember, I just... Venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find... This must be it.
Don't you fret, Biscuit. I shall sort something out.
Hello? Is something...
Most decidedly, yes. My precious moon calf, Biscuit, was abducted. I tried to fight back, but I was no...
I'm sorry about your moon calf.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one. Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can only...
I'll keep an eye out for your moon calf.
How kind. If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, do keep an eye out for her. And be careful out there. Poachers are an unscrupulous lot.
I should try and rescue Garniff's moon calf. Sounds as if I'd need to head north to find those poachers. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia.
So frustrating.
Pets from home. We have a crop called mange.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am...
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some... She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not.
If someone had meddled in Matebeleland, Father would still be...
I must get to class. Perhaps...
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing. And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Hull.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time, it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing, but it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I love being able to view the world from it.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an
It is. I love transforming, but she says that no creature, especially one as rare as a... She claims that she has foreseen tragedy, but she has used her sight to control me too many times.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be...
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were... I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow. My mother cannot know where I am. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Nearly attacked by wolves, I was. Only just escaped with my life. I need to be better prepared. I don't suppose a student like yourself...
Yes, I have some right here.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I knew... I feel better already just knowing I... Please take this as thanks for your generosity.
Revelio.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea. But perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
What's going on out there?
Crucial. Crucio.
Who's there? One less human to worry about.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I...
Crucio.
over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio. For better or for worse, we're in. Cruise.
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. I won't rest until you're dead.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Cruise.
I will make you.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Crucio.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or
Smashing.
any number. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. Crucio.
That spell got my attention.
Bombardo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Crucio. Expelliarmus.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Crucio. Bombardo.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. We have another fight on our hands. Crucio. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I won't rest.
Crucio. Bombarda. Confringo. We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting.
Crucio. Bombarda. Crucio.
We certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
And we're much... A rune symbol. Above the cabin door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Revelio. Descendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of
Sebastian,
this mystery.
I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this...
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the tree. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around. Revelio.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
You can stop a thief in their tracks with Stupefy.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if... She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with...
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures.
What was she sending you? What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have... I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on, and she's likely frantic about... Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone...
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poach...
Well then, let's find our dragon.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays like that. I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other. Revelio. There she is again. Prepare her.
She's fantastic.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step.
And starved to pick off a grabhorn.
Revelio. Or just raring for a fight.
Wait, what was that? Well, there's no turning back now. Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Keep at it. We've just got to make it together.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Still be able to smell you. Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you. There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
Repair it.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntowl Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you.
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success.
Revelio.
Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Bombarda! Confringo! Crucio.
That smell got my attention.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the team
Confringo.
insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Depulso! Accio! Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say this room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest in
Revelio.
this loft. Brilliant.
Accio! Crucio! Bombarda! Confringo!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Revelio! Confringo! Depulso!
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Crucio! Bombarda! Confringo!
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned. Revelio!
Exactly. We'll be fine, though. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Revelio. Accio. There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic.
Of course. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says they're next to...
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But...
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may...
I'd be interested to know what else the student...
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But it's worthy of further study.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Revelio. Divorso. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Accio! Revelio. I need to find a safe way across. Accio. Revelio. Depulso. Accio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Levioso. Revelio. Depulso. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
I don't think learning the Imperious Curse is a good idea.
Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there. Here we go. Something troubling. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Confringo!
Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard. What did you find?
Accio!
That's
Wingardium
a lot of
Leviosa.
bone,
Debolso! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Looks like part of a student.
Of course. Let's divide. Hold on to that.
It does mean.
Really? We need to focus.
Of course.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
The student's diary mentions the Imperium. It's an So, if you'd like to...
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand's movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Imperio!
Crucio! That spell got my attention.
Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Bombarda!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio!
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols. That worked. Keep going.
Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Accio! Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Revelio. Imperial.
Crucio. That spell got my attention.
Imperial. Leviosa. Confringo. Bombarda. Imperial. Crucio. Imperio. Crucio. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him. Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems...
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After the...
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken...
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's...
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harm... Go then. Leave. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian! We're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Bombarda! I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Accio!
Wingardium Leviosa.
I need to find a safe way across.
Lumos. Confringo.
Accio!
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Rickety Bone Bridge complete.
Accio. Confringo. Imperio.
Crucial.
That spell got my attention.
Fringo. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. Velkot's in trouble. They're under attack.
What is it? Let's hurry.
Smoke. Over there, by the helmets.
Imperio.
I'll bury you.
Crucio.
Not quiet enough.
Imperio.
At your service. There you are. Yes!
Bombard it.
Anything like that before?
Stay back! Keep out of the way!
Imperio.
We have to find harder.
Source reach!
Crucio.
Imperio.
Let me up! Shove it!
They're closing in!
Unforgivable! How can you do that?
You're not in here.
Sebastian! Be careful!
Bombarda.
Mine!
Expulso!
We'll make them.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him?
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be on. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are... Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, Why, Sebastian?